All right, tip number 8 for vocal wellness is protecting your voice. The voice is very delicate tissue. It can be easily injured. They're teeny, tiny, tiny little muscles that are controlling your voice. It's not like a bicep or a glute where you can just do whatever. They're very delicate, and you can't go to Guitar Center and buy another voice. If you wreck it, it's just wrecked, and you're going to need surgery or rehab, and hopefully you'll get back to full functioning. So it's critical to protect your voice. And one of the main things we need to protect it from is allergens and substances in the environment that can inflame or irritate the vocal cords. This just creates kind of a chronic inflammatory response and low-grade damage that you end up talking and singing through because you need to talk and sing. But that can create more problematic damage because you're using your voice while it's inflamed or irritated, which is a no-no. So, avoid vaping or smoking of anything really, drinking a lot of alcohol, breathing contaminated or smoky air is another one that really gets the voice, being outdoors around a lot of allergens, things that are allergens to you, and then not taking any kind of antihistamine or anything to help you with that. You want to avoid doing those things to protect your voice. Also, highly protective is avoid overuse and misuse of your voice. These are soft membranes and soft little tiny muscles, and they can develop a callus, it's called a nodule, to protect themselves if you are overusing or misusing, overbelting, talking too loud or too much in your speaking engagements, getting too much TA muscle engagement while you're speaking and never kind of moving out of that heaviness. That can cause damage. Learn how to use your voice. Get a voice teacher in your local area, online, wherever. I don't care. Just find somebody. Ask them to help you. What is healthy vocal production? When am I pushing too much? And if it hurts when I'm speaking, what am I supposed to do to fix that? Backing off of your volume level is one of the things that can usually help that overuse, misuse thing. But also think about not singing beyond your range. Don't push to get a high note just to show off, or sing things that are too low for you because a choir director said we need more altos. Keep those things in mind, and that will help you. You also want to make sure you're not using too much compression when you're singing. That's too much squeezing the vocal cords together, muscles together, and not enough air coming through. Not getting that healthy sound. Hey, yeah, yeah. If you push harder than that, you can hurt your voice. You don't need to. That's what microphones are for. Third really good tip for protecting your voice is vocal rest. We hear this term, especially when you're sick. Please go on vocal rest. If not absolute vocal rest, which means silence, no talking, especially no whispering, or relative vocal rest where you're just kind of being quiet, reducing the amount of talking that you're doing. You can answer your spouse if they ask you something, but don't yell through the house. I think your socks are in the other. Don't do that if you're on vocal rest. And definitely don't sing. I like giving myself almost a whole day if I can, or at least a half a day of just vocal rest, so that I'm not constantly using my voice. Teaching a lot of lessons back to back, I'm demonstrating singing for those hours. I mean, the student's doing most of the singing, but you got to think about how much vocal fatigue can build up just from that. So think about how much you're using your voice, and could you benefit from vocal rest more often? And definitely don't sing when you're sick, because you can cause permanent damage.